Wait first. So Kola was acting like Dede did not exist during the reunion. But behind the cameras, he was actually the one asking to be friends. This reunion just took a very unexpected turn because the same Kola that looked cold, distant, and completely uninterested on that reunion stage is now being accused of telling a completely different story behind closed doors. Dede came prepared. She came with confidence and she dropped a big disclosure that asked fans questioning everything they thought they knew. At this point, we just know Kola is fake and not who we think he is. Because how would you be acting weird behind closed doors? You're trying to be friends with somebody behind closed doors, and then you see the person and you act like you don't even know the person, like you don't want to have a conversation, you don't greet the person in public, but behind closed doors you're texting the person that you still like the person, this and that. Like, come on, let's just make sense now. You guys should watch this video. Welcome back to GistOven, where the gist is served hot. Today's episode is on the Big Brother's reunion controversy between Kola and Dede. Honestly, if you watch the reunion, you would think Kola and Dede have never been close before, because the way they were just looking, the distance, like there was no even chemistry. The people we saw on TV that were all lovey-dovey, and the way it was all over Dede. Now seeing Dede and acting like she didn't even exist is just one crazy thing to do. Even after she told him she was in a relationship. At this point, you just know that all the likeness and love that I was doing with Dede in the house was never real. It was just fake. To me, I felt like when Kola was in the house and he was always chasing Dede, I just felt like the fact that Dede was acting like, would I say she was acting? She's this type of person that she doesn't give in immediately. She was really minding herself because she didn't want to overdo. She was an hard girl. So it felt like, I'm toasting this girl. Maybe someone that has never been rejected before. And it felt like, oh yeah, he's chasing a girl. And the girl is not even giving him that attention. But then she was talking to other guys. But with him, he's not really. So he wanted that thing of, oh yes, I asked her out and I won. She accepted. But the fact that she didn't accept him is just something that was paining Kola. At this point, I just feel like it was paining Kola. Because the way he was acting on that stage during the reunion, it was almost like he wanted everybody to believe that he had completely moved on and had no interest in anything concerning Dede. Because tell me why you cut someone off but you still haven't moved on. You act like you don't talk to this person, but behind closed doors, you are telling the person you want to be friends. Like, I don't understand. Why do men do things like that? During the reunion, Dede dropped a bombshell that left many viewers surprised. So, according to Dede, that video you guys watch, according to her, despite Kola acting distant and uninterested publicly, he was actually reaching out to her behind the scenes. Yes, you heard that right. The same Kola that appeared cold and unbothered on camera was actually the one making efforts to stay in touch. Honestly, I like the fact that she said it to his face, because the way he was giving some facial expression as if know what she's saying. When he was actually giving facial expression, I was expecting him to open his mouth to say, no, that's a lie. But immediately she completes the sentence, he's just always going back to his normal, like he's always acting normal back, because his body language, because his facial expression and body language, it was as if the ground should just open and swallow him. Dede claimed that Kola had contacted her and expressed that he wanted them to remain friends after the show. She made it clear that the version of Kola people were seeing on television was different from the person she was dealing with privately. It was more like he wanted everything to be a secret, so it will look like she's forcing herself on him, like nobody else. Our secret relationship. She even stated that he invited her over to his house, that he said he will host her. But then when she said it during the reunion on the live TV, he was like, no. When Ebuka asked him, oh, did you invite her over, yes or no? He was like, no, I didn't invite her over, but then I wish her all the best. Like, imagine they're asking you a question, you're trying to just close the whole topic. You don't want to go further. Why are you trying to just close the whole thing? I know that if Dede was lying, Kola would have attacked Dede. Kola would definitely attack Dede. And at this point, I just feel like his friendship with Emisi self is not real, because I feel he's just using Emisi because of our fan base, just to stay relevant. Because you know how Big Brother works. Only out of 50%, out of 100%, 50% will still be relevant, and the rest will never hear anything about them again. That is how it works. You will see some people just like Messi, aka Thatcher. Those people are still relevant. People still talk about them. People see their posts. People still hype them up. You see past housemates that people don't even talk about them again, until maybe something happens to them, or maybe they just want to trend again and they just come up with one of their nonsense stories that they cook up and just come online to be saying nonsense. That's how they do, just stay relevant. People saying Kola was trying to be mature to maintain friendship. That one is a that is a big lie. That's a big lie. So because something did not work with somebody now, you're not trying to make the person feel bad. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. And in public space, he can't talk to Dede whenever he's outside and there are a lot of people, but then he can behind closed doors. Because why do you want to hold a conversation at an event? Because they said they met at an event and he told her that let us speak in the toilet, because he knows that if he had a conversation with Dede in a public space, somebody will just carry the video and be like, oh, see your two faves in public. Like, they want to just bring one narrative. So he's trying to avoid that because he knows what is going on online. He likes the fact that his fans are dragging Dede, because his fans are always dragging Dede. So he wants to just keep the narrative of me and Dede, we don't talk anymore. But then you are texting her, you're trying to talk to her, you're trying to hold conversation. But online, people are praising you that you've moved on from this. Even during interviews, you will be like the other person, as if you don't know her name, the other person. They ask you about her, you say the other person. That was what even pissed Dede off, that you are trying to talk to me. What do you mean by the other person? And when she brought up the conversation, she said when they met and she brought up the conversation, it was like, that, now reality stuff, this and that. Like, come on, you can't try to... Like, come on, you can't do something like that and then come to the person acting all cool and nice, saying, oh, let us be friends. No. It doesn't work that way. So people are saying that Kola is trying to rewrite history in front of viewers by acting like he did not care, when his action off camera seemed to tell a different story. And let's be honest, that is not where the real controversy even started. Because if you truly don't want anything to do with someone, why keep reaching out? Like, why are you reaching out to the person? Why tell the person you want friendship? Why maintain communication? These are the questions many fans have been asking since the reunion episode aired. What made the situation even more interesting was the way Dede spoke about it. She didn't sound bitter or angry. Instead, she appeared determined to set the record straight and let viewers know what had been happening behind closed doors. And she was not even lying. She didn't even stutter. She didn't lie. And Kola's body language said a lot. You will know that, yes, okay, they don't already catch me. Like, yes, okay, I've been exposed. Because it was so uncomfortable whenever Dede brought up their interaction after the show. He just wanted to close the discussion. Even when he was given the chance to talk, when Ebuka asked him the question, he just had to close the whole discussion and topic. Honestly, I thought Kola had completely cut ties and moved on. But after hearing Dede's side of the story, I'm questioning everything. Was Kola genuinely trying to be friends? Was he trying to protect his image? Or was it simply a misunderstanding between both parties? The truth is, relationships formed in reality shows are rarely as simple as they appear on television. What viewers see is only a small part of the story. A lot happens after the camera stops rolling, and sometimes those hidden details are what creates the biggest drama. For now, fans are still trying to debate who is right and who is wrong. One thing nobody can deny is that Kola and Dede gave us one of the most talked about moments of the reunion, and we all see there are lots. Everything just scattered during the reunion. They had a lot to say, and if there's one thing we know about reality TV reunion, it is that secret never stay hidden for long. Don't be surprised if more details come out in the coming days. But tell me in the comment section, do you believe Didi's claims, or do you think there is more to Kola's side of the story that we haven't heard yet? Let's discuss, because the gist is far from over. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Bye guys.